Welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Yelena and I had weight loss surgery in 2008 and have been maintaining my weight ever since with some ups and downs. Today, I just want to sit down and kind of talk through what it's been like. Just some tidbits of the journey, right? A lot of people that watch my channel are a year out, 2 years out. Some of you guys are 3 years out. And especially people watch my channel when they get to that point where they start struggling and they're like, what do I do? Am I a failure? Is this gonna get any better? Am I gonna have better outcomes? So I'm gonna talk through all of that today. So I had weight loss surgery in 2008. The reason why I had weight loss surgery was because I was 305 pounds. And at that time, I had tried just about everything to lose weight. Ever since I moved to America, I started gaining weight, which is not unnormal for a lot of people who move to America. That's a whole ass other topic for another day. And I struggled, even though I did sports, even though I did gymnastics, even though I played hockey, I could not keep my cravings and my eating under control. Now, I'm not going to blame hormones because I know that that's not what anybody wants to hear, but whatever is in the food made me crazy hungry and made me eat a lot. That is what I will say because I have lived abroad. When I moved to Korea, I lost 40 pounds in the first 2 months. Anytime that I live abroad for an extended period of time, I lose weight easily. And I believe it's a combination of what the food here does to our gut, plus hormones, plus whatever it does to our gut in terms of hunger and cravings. Again, whole nother day. So we tried everything. I tried Weight Watchers. I tried all the different programs that were here. I'm based in Minnesota, so anything that was possibly available. And eventually we went to an obesity doctor who diagnosed me with PCOS. I don't know why being diagnosed with it kind of gave me the feeling of like, it's not all my fault, right? And I think that a lot of us are like that, where we're just finally looking for somebody to give us a break from that whole, it's all you, you suck, you have no willpower whole thing, right? So me being diagnosed with PCOS gave me the okay to get surgery. Did I get surgery right away? No, I did not. I was 250 when I first went in for a consultation, and then I came back again when I hit over 300 pounds. At that time, there was the choice between a Lapband and a Roux-en-Y. If there were sleeves around, I was not aware of them because our clinic did not have them. So I had the Lapband. If you go to any of my earlier videos, you'll see what I looked like in 2008, and you'll see me getting a fill, which like freaked everybody out on the internet because it looks pretty Pulp Fiction. I had the Lapband. I was successful with it. It was a slow weight loss, but I lost weight over 4 years, and I got down to like 150-ish or so. Then I got pregnant with my son, and I gained a lot of weight. I think like 80 pounds. And obviously I was hungry as heck, and I probably used the excuse of just being pregnant to eat. At that point, we noticed that my band was not feeling full at all. So with the Lapband, they tighten it, they fill it, and then it feels like you can't eat a lot. And I was not feeling any of that. Once they went in and checked, they realized that my band had slipped. About a year after having my son, I went and got revised to the sleeve because at that point it was finally available. The sleeve is wonderful. It's restrictive, but does not have the malabsorption, or at least to the degree that the Roux-en-Y does. The one thing I do not like about the sleeve is that I have pretty bad heartburn. I had a hiatal hernia after that need to be repaired, and I still monitor my heartburn, and I still have to take omeprazole every single day, which is not something I'm a fan of, but it's something that I do. And I don't want to have to revise to the Roux-en-Y in order to maintain my, my heartburn. So it is what it is. From that point on, I started incorporating the gym. Before then, I never did. And I kind of wish I would have, and that's the advice I always give everybody, is that, you know, if you can incorporate the gym right away, do so. I fell in love with Zumba, and that's how I became a Zumba instructor myself, and that's how I've been a fitness instructor for the last 10 years. Absolutely fell in love with it. It was something that was fun. It didn't feel like exercise, so my recommendation always, now that I'm a fitness instructor and a personal trainer, is that just find something that's fun, find something that doesn't feel like exercise. We don't have to go crazy. We don't have to be, you know, working out and lifting weights. I mean, resistance training is super important, but it can be fun. It doesn't have to be like, oh my God, I hate exercise. And then from that point on, I would say the hardest part with the sleeve, and it's actually a video that I'm in the process of making, is that I felt a lot of hunger after the sleeve, and I don't really know why. That wasn't the case with the Lapband. I just was super, super hungry for a good portion of the time. I would say 3 or 4 years, and then it subsided. So I'll talk more about that in another video and kind of the maybe science behind it, the potential of why this happens to a lot of people. But if you go on social media, you will see this happening a lot to people, and they are frustrated because that's where, 3, 4, 5 years out, regain happens. So if I had to tell you one of the top reasons why I have been able to maintain my weight, I would have to choose accountability and being public. I know that it's really, really hard to be public with your journey, but it brings in a level of accountability like no other. For example, I go to bariatric and weight loss conferences every year. I set a goal for myself that every year when I come back, I'm gonna be the same weight that I was when I was there before. And that really, really helps me. Being in the public eye not only helps me help other people, but in return, I get the help because it keeps me on track. Another piece that I have found to be really important is just going into the doctor. I noticed that many people this many years out, they don't even know who the clinic people are. They don't know the staff. And granted, you're not, they're not gonna know you because they keep switching out all the time. And you're gonna come in there and they're gonna be like, who are you? And that's unfortunate, but that's what happens. You need to be proactive and go in and get your blood work done and get checked. I know that many, many years out, like me, you're not gonna really feel like a bariatric patient. You're gonna just feel like a person, right? At this stage of your life, somewhere about the 5-year mark, you are gonna start having people around you that never ever met you fat. You start kind of becoming that person, but there is an aspect of needing to remember that you always fight the disease of obesity and that you are always, in a sense, a bariatric patient. I know that kind of sucks to do that, and maybe for some people that's not needed, but it is for me. Because I've been obese since I was a kid, I know that I have an addiction to food, or whatever you want to call it, a tendency to want to overeat. Fast forward 16 years. I recently went through some medical procedures that involved a lot of shots and hormones, and I gained 30 pounds. So what do you do when you regain that weight? Well, you don't sit and mope about it. You don't hide into the shadows. You keep being public because it's just the experience of life, and that's okay. And then you go and you seek help because remember, this is a disease and you are seeking help, and you are not a failure. You are just doing the best you can with the resources you have. So I went to my bariatric doctor, my obesity clinic, and told them that I need help and I would like to try some medication because the medications right now are pretty wonderful. And I tried Wegovy. Wegovy was tough for me because it gave me really bad vertigo because I have vertigo already from having 3 kids. Like, it just, after being pregnant, it kicked in and never went away. And then I tried Saxenda, and that worked for a little bit, and then it stopped working. And recently I started taking Lapband, and it's been wonderful. It's got minimal side effects, and I have lost 22 pounds as of today. So I'm pretty much almost back to the 160 or 150 to 160 range where I like to be. With that being said, if you are in a place right now where you are struggling or you are regaining weight after weight loss surgery, make sure that you seek help and get somebody to help you out, okay? It is not a journey that you need to take alone. Try really hard to just pretend that this is like an STD or, I don't know, a foot fungus. If you have a foot fungus and they give you a treatment and it doesn't work, do you be like, whatever, I guess I'll just lose that toe? No, you're gonna go in and you're gonna go get help and you're gonna be like, I need more medicine, help me out. So we should be treating obesity the exact same way. So I hope that helps. If you guys have any questions about the last 16 years, what I've gone through, what has been challenging, I can definitely answer those questions. Do I regret it? Absolutely not. I think it is a phenomenal procedure because unlike medications, it always is there. The tool always works. Right now, if I go to eat, my stomach still feels tiny. I can eat like maybe a cup, a little under a cup, and then I'm full. And that's a fabulous, fabulous feeling, right? I feel like no matter what's happening in my life, I always have that to fall back on. Now, do I need to have all the other pieces in line? The spiritual, emotional, physical, exercise, fitness pieces? Absolutely. But the tool is always there. And that's the part that I think was my, what should I call it? My selling point, right? When I was looking at the weight loss surgery, it's like, I will have this for life. If you have any questions, let me know. Comment below. I would love to answer them in other videos. I am going to be speaking about my bariatric journey and the learnings I have taken away from my bariatric journey at Obesity Connect, which used to be Obesity Help conferences that happens every year. I'm one of the MCs of the event, and then I will also have a main stage presentation where I will talk about the last 16 years and what I've learned, and hopefully things that I can give the audience to learn from me. So I hope you guys can join us in California. I'll put the information somewhere around here so that you can learn more about it and go to their page and hopefully attend. All right, guys, have a wonderful week, and I will talk to you later.